Welcome to another episode of Real Food Live. As you might have seen in the title of the stream, we're going to continue our Korean cookout. And that means this week we're going to be doing a cucumber soup, which is like a cucumber seaweed deal. And then we're going to be doing scallion pancakes. A few announcements before we kick off. This is actually our last stream before we go into a little bit of a hiatus. As you may or may not know, we're filming from a campus ministry in a college town, and school is about to start, along with some of our organization's transitions, and so we're planning on taking a little bit of a break, and then maybe starting up again, maybe starting up in a little bit different of a way. We don't know yet. If you have suggestions, feel free to drop those in the chat. But in the meantime, we're gonna get cooking. Dun, dun, dun. See, now I have to like awkwardly pull up the recipes because I wasn't uber prepared. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is, the soup uses seaweed, and seaweed, since we are not made with seed, comes in these dry packets, and we're going to rehydrate this. So to rehydrate our seaweed, we're just going to put it in water for 10 minutes, and then we're going to blanch it. So I'm going to dig around and find maybe like a cookie sheet, something thin, since these are pretty rectangular. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. There we go. I have to get rid of the double mic.
Sorry about that. Apparently our sound was wonky. Just let us know, and we can usually fix it as we go. Alright, so it calls for, this pack has about 0.9 ounces, so I'll do like a little over half. Let's lay those in there. Alright. If you received the ingredient bags, you should have been given like the perfect amount of seaweed. But if you ever want to go back and cook this recipe on your own, you should be advised that seaweed, once you open it, doesn't keep very well. Like right now, it's kind of got this really cool, almost papery texture, but it'll get really soft and saggy, so you might as well plan to use the whole package. But luckily, it's a really delicious snack. Alright, so while that's doing that, we have to blanch this afterwards, so I'm going to go ahead and put on a kettle of water for the boiling water. How's everyone doing, by the way? It's kind of a crazy time. People are like moving back in, and school starting. Hopefully that'll be a safe endeavor for everyone. I forgot to pull up Twitch too, so I can't see what anyone's saying. One second, folks. This will be perfect. They'll give our seaweed time to soak. Ample time to soak. Huzzah! Oh, whoa. There's already like 5 people on. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we had another follow. Hooray! What a good way to start the stream. Alright, I can actually see what you're saying now, so feel free to spam away. Alright. Also for the soup, we're going to be using these lovely cucumbers. I think it calls for 2. And these are going to be cut into matchsticks. I definitely had to Google beforehand because I haven't cut matchsticks before. So I'm going to go run and grab my knife and then we can begin that adventure. Alright, so according to my research, the best knife to do this with is something that's they're called chef's knives. Maybe it'll be easier to see it like this. Ah, yes, much easier. Basically, it's just got this curve on it. That's all. So we're going to cut the ends off. And then cut these into kind of 2-inch hunks. Boom, boom. And then you're going to cut a little wedge off so that it'll sit without rolling all over the place on you. And then cut it into little rectangles. Woo. The guy on YouTube said to like put the knife on your knuckles, but not gonna lie, that kind of scares me. I'm trying it though. Woo. It's actually working kind of well. Oh yeah. I'm pretty proud of these, not gonna lie. I'm gonna get rid of this one that has all the skin on it. Well, let's put that in the scrap pile. The wormies will enjoy it. Alright. I think that's about it. Maybe I'll get a few more off this one, so I'm going to cut it a little more down so that I have more of a flat edge. Because I don't want to waste that much. Then the skin, I know. I'm keeping most of the skin on, like I didn't peel it. To each their own. I don't stop you from using all of the cucumber. Okay, yeah, this is, oh, there we go. It kind of helps if you get the knife started at the very top. Okay. This will be extra for other projects. Kind of a wasteful way to cut things, not gonna lie. It's almost like vegetables weren't meant to be perfect squares. we are. I feel like that's kind of our goal on the streams. Like, we aim for learning together, not necessarily, like, making the most epic food in the universe. Maybe one day. Well, that's a bad idea. I honestly thought the matchsticks would be a lot harder, but this is going pretty smoothly. If only I could cut an onion this nicely. This is the first one where we don't have onions in it. We have scallions, but not like the big old yellow onions. So I don't have to cry on stream. I've heard that. This is the first time I've cut this way. Maybe if I made a point to... I don't think I make an active point to practice cutting. Does anyone out there have like really like knife skills you're really proud of? And if so, please like share like how did you get to that point with epic knife skills? I've seen it before with like home cooks. One of my friends' mothers, we would cook over there at their house a lot, and we'd be struggling with an onion. She'd come over 30 seconds and it was diced, and our jaws dropped. It was amazing. And I assume that's just from years of practice. Woo! Okay. Apparently next you're supposed to like make a little stack of them. Alright. Hopefully this works. And then you cut... Let me think about this real quick. Okay, so you're gonna cut the long way. So these are rectangles. Boom, boom. We're gonna be cutting like right through here. And then a little bit over on our files. Ooh! These came out really nice. There's actually a potato recipe that I really like. That you have to julienne the potatoes. And I wouldn't make it very often because julienning potatoes was such a pain. But I might have to make it again, now that I halfway know what I'm doing. And for practice. Okay, so Jenga, awesome game. But has anyone played the Jenga version that's like made with 2x4s? My family actually has a set. And we never had like a normal size one growing up, like only the mega size. And if you haven't played one before, would recommend. Because you can also like do crazy rules like, oh, this round you can only play with your feet. Yes! They're so epic! I'm glad I'm not the other one. TBH, we should get one for ECM after people can touch the same thing again. Alright, so that was my kettle boiling. I just put it off to the side because I'm not quite ready for boiling water yet. But after I get done cutting these cucumbers, it should be right when we should go ahead and blanch those. Yeah, so my family actually, well, it was my grandpa helped us build it. But basically the process was we got 2x4s, and then you cut it down to the length that they really are. I forget, they're like 3.5, I want to say. And so you do the exact measurements on what size you need, cut them, and then we planed them and sanded them real nice so that you can pull one block at a time. Ooh, yeah. The planer seemed to work pretty well, because we were just using scrap lumber, and so it's pretty rough. And so it's kind of nice to be able to rip it down a baby bit. I feel like we've now become a temporary woodworking stream. Wonder if those are on Twitch too. Oh, whoa. What do they make on a woodworking stream? I'm kind of curious because I feel like a lot of projects, well, the projects I've done, which are very minimal, I'm not a woodworker, wood craftsman at this point in my life yet. Maybe one day. We'll get there eventually, my garlic buddy boys. Fear not, we're just not there yet. We're still at the cucumber phase. Oh. Wow, we have like an anti-vampire on our hands here. Whoa, whoa, buddy. See, look, we have garlic. We will use the garlic. Please don't die on me from not garlic. But we're on cucumbers. You gotta can't rush ahead here. I'm glad. Whew. These are kind of hard to stack because they're so slippery. Oh, okay, there we go. No green beans, sorry. Maybe if there was a green bean boy 69 and a Mr. Green Bean boy 69, I would magically have to cook with green beans. But unfortunately, there's only the garlic version of those. But yeah, this recipe doesn't have green beans. Unless it's secretly in, like, soy sauce, you're out of luck. How has everyone's week been, by the way? Anything interesting happened in the past? How many hours are in a week? Let me do this math here. It's like 12 times 14. That's a lot. 144. 28. I can't do this and cut at the same time. In the past week, I give up. Anything interesting happened in the past week? Wow. Oh, there we go. 168. I should be so much better at my 12s by now because at my other job, we're out walking around with those really long measuring tapes. And we're measuring bison wallows, and it'll be like 12 feet. I feel like that's a pretty normal size for one. But we have to input the data in inches, so we're always standing out there in the field like, what's 13 times 12 plus 9? It's usually not too bad, but it gets really bad if it's hot outside. The calculator slow down. No one else done anything interesting? I mean, chugging 2 gallons of garlic juice, which I don't honestly believe you did, but that would be interesting nonetheless. Okay. Almost done with these. And then we can move on to blanching the seaweed. Dun, 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 dun. Did you drink 2 gallons of pickle juice? That's a lot of pickle juice. Also, I feel like the garlic would be stronger just because the juice part of it is so astringent. Is that the word? Pungent, maybe? It hits a little stronger than I think even vinegar. That's impressive. I don't envy you though. I think pickle juice is gross, and I will only eat pickles if they're Lebanese pickles, and that's about it. Has anyone had Kool-Aid pickles before? I will eat those pickles too. They're kind of weird though. I think I made them when I was like 10 because I was like, whoa, there's this really weird recipe I found. Why not try it even though I hate all other kinds of pickles and I don't really particularly like Kool-Aid. It was okay. I honestly was like anticipating, Kool-Aid. I was anticipating kind of like a popsicle pickle, like sweet as a popsicle, but it was still, I think you still put vinegar in it, so it was still pickly. I don't know, I found a recipe for it. I was like, apparently this is a thing, why not do it? Because everyone else is trying it. That's why I made peanut butter pie, which was also kind of meh. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to blanch our seaweed. So I'm going to grab a bowl and put some ice water in it, and then grab a pan and put the boiling water in it. Boom. Oh, sorry, that might be a little loud. I mean, plug your ears, guys. If I was smart, I would have gotten a plastic bowl. Okay, that's good enough. Fun little spoilers about the soup we're making. It's actually like a cold soup, and so at the end you put in like a chilled bowl and you put ice cubes in it. I'm pretty excited for it. I actually have like 3 more trays of ice, so I'm going strong. I think we'll make it through with 3 bags of ice. Alright, so to blanch these, we're going to dip them in the boiling water for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to instantly put them in this cold water until they're cold, I guess. And then after that, this isn't part of the blanching process, just what we do with this particular recipe. We're going to rinse it with more cold water and then cut it into not giant strips. Thank you! I really like this hat. I didn't even think about this, but I actually like got it in Korea, and we're doing like a Korean cooking recipe. And it's got this really badass, oh, sorry, it's mirrored, this is hard. It's got like a bear with a chainsaw on it. Alright, let's blanch some seaweed, guys. Actually, I'm gonna get something to, let me find some tongs before I drop my stuff into boiling water and can't get it out. Alright, I couldn't find tongs, but let's make this work. Nom 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 nom. They will be cool cucumbers. Ooh, this is taking on a weird texture, not gonna lie. We'll see what happens. It's kind of, honestly, like tapping it just like this. I was like tapping the top of it, and it's kind of floating on the water. It almost feels like carpet, which is not what I was expecting. Oh, okay. Okay, there's water all over the floor. Also, fun fact, the water I just poured off this was like pink. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna wait till it's like boiling. This is very soft seaweed. I might have let it go for a little bit too long. But it's kind of ripping up a little bit. That's okay, because we'll rip it anyway in the end. That might be easier to cook with if it's not ripping. So learn from my mistake, I guess. That could also be the title of the stream. Okay. I really wish I had one of those like fryer strainers, because I feel like that'd really be easy to blanch these with. But we're just gonna use this spoon. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. All right, wish me luck, guys. One, two. I'll try not to. Oh, you made me lose count. Oh, I think I was at like 10. 13. Oh, cool. Thanks for following. Okay. I think that was about 30, so we're going to go into the cold water. Please don't fall apart on me. Ah. Okay, as you can probably see from the camera above the stove, I lost a little bit of my seaweed, but it's okay. Maybe you can see the pink coloring too. If anyone knows why it's turning pink, I would deeply appreciate that knowledge. Alright, I'm gonna go for this next blob. Ooh. Yeah, I think I let it soak for too long. It's kind of fragile now. Maybe with the specific seaweed that we ended up with, go for slightly less than 10 minutes. Okay, okay. Alright, I'm gonna pull this second batch out. Okay, that one stuck together a little bit better. Okay. Alright. Alright, so the recipe says after this to kind of rinse it under cold water and then to tear it up into manageable shreds. So I'm going to put it in this colander and then start working on that. Okay, so my seaweed is like really, really soft to the point that even like putting the faucet over it is kind of breaking it into shreds. So I'm just going to leave it as it is and let it disintegrate little by little in the soup itself. So this is kind of what we're working with. It honestly just looks like a pile of algae from the lake or something, but I promise it's seaweed. Alright, so the next step is we're going to put all of the vegetables and flavor items for the soup in a bowl together, and we're not going to add the bulk of the liquid yet. And from my understanding, this is just going to start it almost marinating. Alright. Yeah, so the seaweed in their photo honestly looks much more like steamed collard greens or something. So maybe if I made this again, I would probably soak it much less. Okay. In a medium mixing bowl, this one's kind of large, but it's the mediumest one I had. Alright, we're gonna put our cucumbers. Honestly, yeah, it could come alive. That'd be fun. We're going to plop this in. Okay. Honestly, it's gonna be in soup. It's gonna be fine. And then we have some seasonings we need to get in here. Alright, so we're going to put in some scallion. If you're cooking along at home and you got the ingredient packs, there is 1 pack of scallions, and one recipe, the Scallion Pancakes, calls for exactly 1 pack of scallions, and then this recipe calls for 1 scallion. So just take 1 scallion out of your pack, and it should be fine. I'm not helpful with this question. I haven't actually seen One Punch Man. But I'm curious. We can name my soup. Okay. The recipe also says we can put some chili peppers in. I'm going to hold off on the chili peppers just because I'm kind of a baby with spice, and see how far the red chili flakes takes it. And if after those are in, I'm still kind of wanting a little heat, I will add some later. Ooh, these smell so good. Ooh. It like opens up your sinuses just enough without the whole overpowering I'm an onion and want to make you sad deal. Alright, so also going in here will be half a teaspoon of minced garlic. Ah, garlic! What a thing. What a thing. It looks like it's probably too close. Will be right at what you want. So let me go ahead and grab another one. Oh, no, it actually wasn't a vampire joke. We had someone pop on. I don't know if they're there anymore. Maybe. Vampire Boy 69, are you out there? But they were profusely concerned that we might not use garlic in this recipe. Alright. Actually, I want it a little bit finer. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Yeah, it's kind of aggressive. When I was preparing the little ingredient bags for people, I was not prepared to pour it, and I got some in my pants, guys. See that? Sad days. Alright, so we're going to do 3 to 4 tablespoons of vinegar. I'm going to start with 3. And then if I want more at the end, I'll just add some. 2, 3. A teaspoon of Korean red chili pepper flakes. I just have normal red pepper flakes. So hopefully that works and nothing explodes. Alright, a teaspoon of sugar. There we go. And then 4 cups of water. But we're going to wait on the water because we kind of want this to meld for a bit before we add that. And it says to lightly toss it, so I'm going to very lightly, maybe not with that. I'm going to very lightly. Well, there we go. The seaweed's breaking up into nice, manageable. Yeah, maybe I will add one of the little chilies. I think you're right. If you didn't see our last stream, you should definitely go back and look at it. David decided that he was going to eat one of these on stream. Purely for your entertainment, so. Actually, I think it was 2 streams ago, but if you're curious, we put all of our videos on YouTube just so that you can go back and look at moments like those, or cook along whenever, but no judgment. Alright, that's actually not very much chili pepper, so it should be fine. I honestly don't know how much more it'll add with the crushed red chili pepper already in there, but it's worth a try. Whew. Alright, so the recipe says kind of 10 minutes on letting this set. It might be a little longer because I'm going to start cooking the scallion pancakes while it's mellowing. Okay. A fun little fact about that recipe, it said that if you wanted to cook it ahead of time, to just make it up to the point we have it now where all the vegetables are in that bowl and everything's kind of mellowing, and then when you're ready to eat it, it can be even like a couple of days after you get it to this point, you just add the water and eat it. So maybe it'd be a thing to do if you're into meal prepping on a specific night. It might be a good way to make like a meal for you your future self like 2 days down the line. Alright. Time for some scallion pancakes. Okay, so it's pretty simple, it sounds like. We got 2 cups of flour. And this is just normal all-purpose flour. Boop. There we go. And then to that we're going to add 1.5 cups of cold water, a pinch of turmeric, some salt, and it sounds like that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and add the other dry ingredients now. Alright, so there's the salt, and then this turmeric smells so good every time I use it. Okay. I kind of like turmeric, so I'm going to be generous with my pinch. Alright. I'm going to give it a little stir before I add the water. And then... Can you guys hear the mowing outside? I really hope you guys can't hear the mowing outside. That would be uber unfortunate. Okay. There's one. I'll use like an actual half cup measure. Okay, that's good. Cool. The last thing in here is going to be 2 teaspoons of red chili. And they said in their little recipe blog that you want this to be a little thinner than pancake mix. And mine's a little on the thick side, so I think we're going to add little bits of water until it's starting to... Ooh, this also smells really good. Let me just not cook and smell everything for 2 hours. Ooh. Okay. I think we're gonna go a little thinner. Sounds like you want it pretty runny for how we're gonna cook it. Okay. Okay. Well, this is about the consistency I have mine. I don't know if this is helpful. but hopefully that's about where we want it. And they say to guys. Rip. That's kind of good though. Ooh, not bad. They say you want to put it aside for 10 minutes before you cook with it, which will work out perfectly because there's a dipping sauce that we're gonna put together while it's doing its time. Alright, so for the dipping sauce, I'm gonna make a half batch. Ooh, that was aggressive. It looks like this would make about half a cup worth of dipping sauce, and that just sounds like a lot. And it's easier to make more than store random extra. Alright. So, just for clarity's sake, I'm going to tell you how much I'm putting in. Just know that if you want to make a full batch, to double it. And the recipe, if you click on the links, that's like the full version. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna start with about 1/8 of a cup of Bragg's Liquids Aminos. Sounds so official when I say it like that. I'm now going to add. Sounds like I know. I'm very authoritative. Okay. Next is some rice vinegar. Ooh, I don't actually like the smell of that one. .75 tablespoons of agave. Boom. Half a teaspoon of sugar. I'm gonna get a new teaspoon measure because I don't want to get chili paste in the sugar container. I feel like other people who use this kitchen would not necessarily appreciate that. A tablespoon of sesame oil. We also have to like cook these in oil. And I'm kind of tempted to use sesame oil just because it tastes so good. But I might just use canola to be inexpensive. 2 teaspoons of chili powder, or not powder. Chili paste. This stuff in this jar. Alright. 1 and there we go. 2. It is the good stuff. It's very sriracha-esque. It's like chunky sriracha. What else do you use it for? This is the first recipe I've used it. I have used recipes that use sriracha, and I think it was like an either or, and I just always had sriracha, and so I never bought this stuff because that costs money. Okay, last thing is half of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Dun, dun, dun. Boom. My cutting board is so messy. So messy. Woo! Alright, we're like getting down to it. Okay, I'm gonna just leave this here and hopefully don't spill it everywhere. Alright. So moving forward, I'm gonna cook some pancakes and then we're gonna pretty much just like add water to the soup and have ourselves a meal. I don't think the pancake batter is actually sat for 10 minutes yet. So I'm gonna kill some time cutting scallions. Alright. Or maybe cleaning up a little bit. There we go. I feel like this wasted a lot of cucumbers. This is still good cucumbers. I should have probably tried to get a few more matchsticks off of these. Oops. If it makes it any better, it makes it like a bit better, I think. We have some vermicomposting worms, and they're pretty hungry for snacks, so I'll probably eat the good human hunks off. Maybe put on some lemon juice and tahini, and then after I kill them, I'll just give it to the worms. Pet worms are honestly like the most chill. They sit there and they eat your leftovers. And you can like almost freeze them or forget about them long periods of time. And you just open it up and there's still worms everywhere, all over the place. Wait, what? Peanut butter what? 1 second, my chat's like in half screen. Peanut butter and cucumbers. Are you saying that because you've like had it and it's good? Are you saying that as like a random way, like a purely random suggestion here? 'Cause I don't think that's something I would go for. Okay, okay. I was just making sure that wasn't like a thing. I could almost see it being a thing. Like almost like ants on a log. Okay. Alright. Let's go inside. If I get bored of normal cucumbers, I might try one. I feel like it'd be really good with this chili stuff too. Not the peanut butter. Though actually, that's not a bad combo. Chili paste and peanut butter. I'm not making that one up. Maybe I'll put some in some lemonade too. Okay, these scallions are kind of making me cry a little bit now. Oh. Ooh. 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 Darn like home free since we didn't have any, oh man, normal onions. Whew. I don't know how people who cook every day do it. Not like cook every day for themselves, but like that's their job, is to sit there and cut onions. In the dining centers, there was someone that was their job, was to cut vegetables and fruit. And it was just buckets and buckets of onions, and I can only imagine. Maybe you build up a tolerance to it. But I would have to go into swim goggles or something. Ooh, such a baby about it too. I feel like my eyes are extra sensitive. Oh. Whew. Maybe if I eat more cucumber, it'll help me. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna grab some canola oil, and then it's time for the funny part. Okay. It says I kind of have two options. I'll actually let you guys pick on this. So get your voting fingers ready. So our two options for cooking these pancakes. It says I could either put these scallions into the batter, give it like 1 or 2 stirs, and then pour it on the stove, or it says if I'm trying to be fancy, which could be interesting, that you can put the oil on the pan and then kind of layer, like toss the scallions down and then pour batter over them. Alright, you've got 30 seconds while I'm reading how else to cook them to decide. Decide amongst yourselves. I think that'd be the easiest option, honestly. Okay. Alright. Let's do this thing. Okay, I'm gonna put a baby bit of oil on here, and then I'll mix the scallions in while it heats up. Okay. Scallions in. I feel like there's a spoon around here somewhere. I don't want to bust down. I don't know where they are. Our teacher me that has to clean up after this. These actually onion dippy because it's got like a red hint to it from the chili powder and then the green. It's kind of pretty. What? Okay. Ta-da! It should be. Smells really good too. I'm nervous because I'm always impatient with stoves and I put pancakes on way too early. So I'm gonna fight that urge. Maybe I'll eat another cucumber to distract myself. Okay, let's do this thing. I think I should have waited longer because it's not doing that sizzly thing. Oh well. It should be okay. Oh, my eyes are still kind of burning from that. Ah. Okay, there we go. It's sizzling now. We're all good. Alright. So 5 minutes on this side. Which means I have the perfect amount of time for some more seaweed. If anyone wants to help me eat these, be my guest. I actually really like seaweed, but I don't need to eat a whole quarter of a packet. If you ever see the snack packages though, I don't know if they have them around here. But when I was in Austin, Texas, they had them at like the Trader Joe's, and there's little like snack packs, and they had different flavors. If you ever run into some teriyaki seaweed, would strongly recommend. Okay. Seaweed is amazing, thank you very much. The best. I really like it. So I'm sorry that your taste buds are just wrong. Ooh. Okay. I think it's about time to flip. Ooh, not bad. I might flip it back over to get it a little crispier. But for reference, I flipped it when the edges kind of started turning, I wouldn't call it golden brown because it wasn't like from crisping. It was just like darker. You know, it's darker. Once all of the edges were darker, that's when and it worked out pretty well. I don't know. I didn't shop. This food just magically appeared from the sky. But maybe someone in the chat would know where to find seaweed. I bet you can find it at like the Asian market. Oh, whoa. Where's Dylan's? I'm gonna let the pancake go a little bit longer. It's just now starting to get crispy. I deeply enjoy the packaging for this seaweed though. Here, I'll share this with you. I hope it's not like reversed. Oh, it is. Okay. Oh no, now it's upside down too. Okay, there we go. But it reads, a natural premium gift from the ocean. I feel so spoiled. Ooh, I'm excited. I can actually smell it right now. But that's just because my allergies are having a total... Oh, they're having so much fun right now. They're like, you're outside in the grass every day. Like, this fuels our energy. It's not the Rona. I don't have the Rona. I have allergies. This happens every year in the fall. I bet I could smell something if I really wanted to. Like if I put a chili pepper up my nose, I bet I could smell things for a couple of minutes. Ooh. That one, this one right here, it's like the perfect color. I'm so proud of it. Those are actually a lot easier than I thought they would be. I seriously doubt it, but unless symptoms also include like really red, watery eyes and sneezing obnoxiously, pretty sure I just have allergies. I just need to start taking my allergy medicine again. I don't really take it, I don't really take it in the rest of the year just because, like, I have allergies the rest of the year, but they're so mild that it's not annoying enough to remember to take allergy medicine, but I need to start kind of building it up. Ooh. The world according to your dad, though, is an interesting place. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna call it good for this one. Look how beautiful this is. I wonder if part of it is the turmeric that's making it just that perfect, beautiful yellowness. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. I feel like it'd go really well with the soup we're making too. Alright. I think I have enough batter for like three more. So I'm going to kind of keep cooking those, and then while those are cooking, I thought we could maybe focus on a few announcements, and then I'll plate this deliciousness and eat it in front of you. Ooh. I think I'm using a little too much oil. The recipe really emphasizes, like, you're not trying to fry these. So, sorry, universe. Alright, my guess is two more. Anyway, in the meantime, a few of the announcements. I said this at the beginning of the stream, but it's kind of a big deal, so I'm going to go ahead and reiterate it now. So, since COVID kind of shut down normal operations, we've been doing this Real Food live stream through the summer, and now we're back to the fall. And kind of where our organization is at is school starting up. We are a campus ministry, so we are kind of gearing up to kind of get ready for whatever school life brings this fall. And so we're going to take a 2-week hiatus. We don't know exactly what our program will look like after that hiatus. We're still planning on doing food of some kind. It's a really big staple for our organization to have this weekly vegan food opportunity for people. But we kind of want to give baby breaks so we can plan and really get people what they need during COVID. With that being said, since we are a food resource, and like this is a way that some of you guys have been getting some food throughout the summer, if that's something that you'll like struggle with, or if this has been like, if you will struggle to get the nutrition you need like without this meal for those weeks, like go ahead and reach out. If you go onto our website, ecm dot, let me make sure it's an org. Okay, yeah, we're ecm at K-State, that's spelled out, .org. And if you go ahead and you kind of scroll through it, there's a donate tab. And on that donate tab, there's like contacts at the very top. And if you go ahead and use that email or use that phone number and let us know that you're still needing food, we can make that happen. We can get you a delivery so that during those 2 weeks you are still covered. One second, I'm gonna go flip this. That one flagged me with the oil. Also, if you have some input you would like to share about maybe what you liked about the program over the summer, like how it helped you or how it could be improved, we're kind of in the brainstorming phase for what exactly we're going to look like in the fall. And so I mean, the whole point is to be community resource, so feel free, like, as the community to provide some input. No promises. I mean, it is kind of hard. We can't, Ideally, we could have like our normal meal where everyone comes together and we all eat yummy, delicious food sitting across the table. But that probably won't happen. But we're trying to find the next best thing. That's all. That came across very soon. So we're just taking like a 2-week break and then we're gonna probably keep this up. Maybe do it like with a virtual lunch or something cool. Is it good? I haven't tried this yet. I'm waiting till everything's all together. Unless you mean the seaweed, but the seaweed is amazing. I freaking love seaweed. I could honestly just buy it for myself here and there. Okay. I guess during the next pancake, I can put that soup together. Good thinking, Amelia. Hopefully I didn't burn this one over here. Oh no, it's just nice and crispy on the edges. I think that's because I put a lot of oil in the pan. Oops, my fault. Alright, last one. Here we go. I have the hiccups from the seaweed. That last one's kind of big. I don't know if you can see it on the screen. It takes up like the entire pan. Hopefully I can flip that. Alright. Oh great and mighty Google, how do I finish this soup? 4 cups of water. Okay. 4 cups of water. I think I can manage that. Now that I think about it, my burner might be up a little too high. What was I? I just got done with 3, right? Let's hope so. Boom, boom. Okay. Ooh. It smells like very refreshing. I'm really hopeful for this recipe because during the summer, the more I am outside in the heat, the less of an appetite I have for really heavy things. I don't know how to describe heavy food, but just like dense foods. And so something like this, if it tastes good, which hopefully it does, might be really nice. Okay. Ooh. This is like the best one yet. I'm so proud of that. That's never happening again. Oh man. Boy oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna start dishing out the soup. So the recipe said to get like a chilled bowl, and I hope they meant putting a bowl in the fridge, because that's what I did. Okay. Alright. And then it also calls for like an ice cube in your bowl, so I'm gonna go grab one of those. Boom. Oh. Ah, okay. There's one. Ooh, it's kind of cool. You can see the. I guess it's not steam, is it? Maybe it is, like subliming. Yeah, I think that's what it is, because it looks like dry ice. A baby bit. Alright. Oh, okay. And it stops the cool smoking thing, but that's what our soup's looking like. It honestly kind of looks fancy with the ice cubes in there. There. Alright. Use the other camera. Okay. It's warming up. I'm gonna check on this pancake because I'd hate to burn it after I tried so hard to flip it. It needs a little more time, I think. Whoa. Bug bites. Okay, let me flip that over for you. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so these are our scallion pancakes. Oh, it's upside down. That's funny. Whee! Give you a little flash there. These are the pancakes, and then this is our fancy soup. There we go. See the ice cubes just hanging out there. I wish I could send you a smell, guys. It's cool stuff. And then this is the giant one on the stove that I'm so proud of. That's probably burning. And we're back. Alright, I'm gonna get this one off. Ooh, so good. I'm gonna give the other side like a minute more, but I don't want to risk it too far. But I think it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. Gonna use fancy plates. Dun, dun, dun. I also want to find like a cute little cup to put my sauce in, and then we'll be done. This behemoth. There we go. Alright. Let me see if we have like a... Let me get this out of your way so you can see this masterpiece. I'm gonna have to do the food view again. I don't think we have any cute bowls, so we'll just have to use this one. It's fine. It'll taste the same. Okay. Let me show you one more up close of this. Okay, so this, it just looks so delicious. Alright, and there's our dipping sauce. So, okay. I'm gonna start with these scallion pancakes. Sorry, I thought I had like a brief like, oh my god, the stove's still on, but it's off. I'm good. I think. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. So, texture-wise, it's pretty solid all the way through. Like solid is in like constant texture. There's not a lot of bubbles, which makes sense because there's not any like baking powder in there or anything. Alone they're pretty good because they've got that chili paste in there. If you've had naan, these are definitely more moist than naan, if that's a helpful reference for folks. Okay, now for some of this dipping sauce. It's probably not double dip. That's good. Okay. Would recommend. I should probably rank these. Okay, so in terms of taste, I don't know. They're like pretty simple in taste, but they're really good too. Like for a side bread, I'd probably give them like a 6 or a 7. Maybe like a 7. Yeah, I give them a 7, especially with the dipping sauce. And in terms of difficulty, these are about at the level of pancakes. So probably around a 3. I'm trying to think what the hardest part of these was. Like it really isn't that hard. Like you put flour in a bowl and you put water in it, and then you put scallions in it. It's literally just like pancakes. That's really good. Okay. Let me cleanse my palate. Whew. Maybe hydrated a bit too. Alright. I'm honestly nervous for the soup because I just want it to be good so bad. Because it seems like I don't really have a go-to hot weather food. And if this is delicious, like it could be that for me. Alright. Okay. Okay, this is good. This is really good. So So one of the snacks I really like, it's basically like cucumbers with lime juice and tahini on them, which is um, kind of like a chili powder spice thing. I think that's the best way I can describe it. But it's a little more artificial than just crushed red pepper. Like it's got some probably citric acid in there or something. Hmm. But this is like that in a soup, like almost identically, and I love it. Man, it's a good day. I think the only thing I would probably change is I wouldn't fuss about the seaweed as much. I'd probably just like put it in there raw, and then as it's kind of sitting in there, it'd probably soften enough. At least the type that we got. It was really soft. And I mean, it's not bad in it, but I think I would like the texture more if it had like a bit of a crunch. Or not crunch. Seaweed doesn't really crunch, but like a chew to it. Alright. So in terms of flavor, I really like this. I would give it probably like an 8. That's just me, but it's really delightful. It's got some spice to it. Definitely glad I put that red chili pepper in there. Sorry, I have the hiccups from that. What did I even eat? They gave me the hiccups. Oh yeah, the seaweed. I still have hiccups from the seaweed. But it's got that a little bit of a kick to it, but it's also very cooling with the cucumbers and all the ice cubes. And yeah. And then in terms of difficulty, the easiest way for me to calculate this is like think of the hardest part. The hardest part was probably cutting the cucumbers into matchsticks, and then maybe messing with the seaweed. So I would give this one maybe like a 5 on the difficulty, but it's still not that difficult. Like it really just is like putting stuff in a bowl. And both of these recipes on their own would probably be pretty quick. Oh, oh. It's a good day. Alright. That concludes our standard programming. If anyone has any announcements or shout outs, farewells, do so now. I'll sit here and eat in front of you for like another minute or so. So you guys can put all that in there, but if there's nothing else, then have a good week, everyone. Best of luck to those of you out there starting school again soon. Stay well, hopefully. Bye. Alrighty. Okay. I'm gonna call it a wrap. You guys definitely stay safe. Please, please, please. My hands are kind of greasy from these pancakes, so I don't want to use a singing bowl. So I'm just gonna pretend. Ding! Wow, wow, wow. Cool. I have a good time, everyone.